Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to my Let's Play of The Legend of Zelda for the NES. In this part, we're going to take on the 6th dungeon of the game. Alrighty, we're going to go find the stairwell. So we're going to go find Lionel's area again. Pretty much going back to the graveyard, so... Alrighty, which... I don't know, I haven't died in a dungeon since, what, the first dungeon? I still can't believe I died against the first boss of the game. But, nah, it happens. He is by far the easiest. I am doing terrible luck on my picking here for... Watch this one not be it either. Here we go. Down this way. It is not random. I just, for some reason, never can remember which one goes which one goes where. Alrighty, up this way. Guarded by Lionel. Welcome to our 6th dungeon. This is the dungeon that actually does introduce my least favorite enemy in the game. Meet the Wizrobe. The Wizrobe family. Gotta be my least favorite family of enemies in the game. The orange Wizrobe is different than the blue Wizrobe, so we actually do have some different classifications here over the two color types. While it is weaker in general, it is denoted they both shoot out magic beams, so you'll need a large shield for this. But this one teleports across the room, so watch out. Where he showed up last time is not where he'll always be next time. Who is by far the worst enemy in the game. There are orange Wizrobes, and there are blue Wizrobes. And they both are terrible. I hate both of them with a passion. Alrighty. Let's head up this way. If you do not have the magic sword by this point, good luck. Wizrobes are terrible. Terrible. However, I will also note that this is another rare case where the dungeon item is completely missable. Much like the aforementioned magic boomerang, this one, missable too. There we go. Both the magic boomerang, the regular boomerang, and this. It actually becomes, for lack of a better word, quite a theme in the game, actually, that you can miss dungeon items. Welcome to my least favorite enemy of the game, the blue Wizrobe. Unlike most blues, I actually have something to talk about. This particular enemy does move around differently than the orange one. It will actually kind of move through objects rather than teleport, so you can always follow it. Remember, large shields are required because otherwise it will just go through you and you'll take 8 HP of damage. This thing's just hurt a lot. Boy, I've been hit. Really, the only advantage to this dungeon item is giving you an offensive weapon when you no longer have a sword because of bubbles. Which, trust me, happens. Oh, nope. There goes a large shield, probably. Alright. Nope, I did not lose the large shield. I am lucky in that regards. Because you can lose your large shield from those bubbles. Not those bubbles, those likes. Hoping you can see now why I hate these enemies so much. They take a bunch of hits. They don't go down in a single hit or even 2 hits as blues. Oranges aren't really that bad, I guess. But I guess I've fought so many blues that I just hate them. That I started to hate them. Welcome back to the boss of Dungeon 4. This time with 3 heads. I told you Dungeon 6 will most likely where I'll be killed off again. Yes, me and Dungeon 6 do not get along very well at all. Me and Dungeon 7 do. And 8 even isn't really that bad. But me and 6, oof. Let's just say we are not friends. And partially because of the Wizrobes. So, likes and a bubble. Yeah. That is cheap. Alright, and we finally get the map for this area. There is a secret in this dungeon. I do believe. No, there is not. No, wait. Yes, 7 has a secret. 6 does not have a secret, so there is no secret hunting for us in this particular dungeon. For another room full of rubies or another hint room? Nope, not in this case. The game does love its hint rooms, but that's not the case in this one. Here we go. Alrighty, we have been trying to make our way down to this room now for some time. So, why, pray tell? Okay. As you can see, arrows do not affect them. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Wizrobes are evil in every way. There's no such thing as a good Wizrobe. They are also my least favorite enemy type in the entire series of Legend of Zelda. So even later on, games that have them, they still manage to be my least favorite. And they have stolen the large shield if you haven't noticed, so I will be taking hits from laser beam type attacks, which, yes ladies and gentlemen, the Wizrobes is considered a laser beam attack. Means I now have no defense against the Wizrobe besides just avoiding them. However, that does make the like much less threatening because now I don't have to worry about having to replace the shield because it's already gone. So yes, in between episodes I will go and replace the shield. I think I forgot to get the dungeon item in this particular level. Oopsie. Yes, I did. If you're anybody here who's going, you forgot to get the dungeon item? Yes, I'm aware that by now, that yes, I forgot the dungeon item. We're going to do something a little different then. We will actually not end on me getting the Triforce piece, but rather the dungeon item. I am sorry about that. I did not intend to forget. This particular dungeon and I, like I said, just don't get along. As you can see by the fact that I have to use another potion. Like I said, this is my worst dungeon by far. I consider this to be a much harder dungeon than even the final boss's dungeon. Which, yes, I will concede is a hard dungeon, especially if you do not have a path. And I will probably use 2 red potions in that dungeon too. Goma. Yeah, this is another super easy boss, people. It will shoot off a laser beam out of its eyes. Got the magic shield, just stand still and you're not going to take a hit here. Otherwise, you wait till her eye opens and hit her with 1 arrow, and she's done. Dodge the attack, dodge the attack, dodge the attack. Oh, come on, Goma, open your eye already. There we go. 1 hit with an arrow, and Goma is down. Alrighty, let's grab our Triforce of Wisdom piece. And head back in to get the dungeon item. Again, for you guys who are playing along, it's not a required item, not by a long shot, but it is a nice item. Like I said, it gives you an offensive option when you've lost your when you've been hit by a bubble. It gives you an offensive item to actually use. So I am going to say it is useful in that regards. I just myself rarely find myself ever using it. But it does have its place in the game. I hate these rooms. There we go. And I do consider it to be extremely cheap that they just throw bubbles in this area. That's what makes this dungeon so much harder, is the bubbles half the time. Giving you nothing to defend yourself with. Oh, of course I got hit by a bubble there. Here we go. Oh, forgot to push the rock. Push the rock. Up we go. Up we go again. To the side. If you're curious where we forgot to go, I believe the dungeon item is up. Yes, it is. Here's the dungeon item. Alright, well, I shouldn't say here's the dungeon item. It's obviously, you can see that there is no item here. I'm going to die in this room. There is a secret path, though, which drops us down into the magic rod. Because it is a completely optional item. All it does is give you an offensive item when it bubbles, when you've been hit by a bubble. The magic wand. This gives you the Wizrobe's attack, people. As simple as that. It's a nice attack. You'll see me use it in the later dungeons a lot. Alright, let's head back down. I do believe to the right is the only... Yep, that's the only way I haven't shown yet, so we'll head off to the right here. So that you can see the last three rooms in the game, which are of course filled with Wizrobes. Up. It's a locked room of likes and Zools. Which is not that bad of room. And especially if we've already lost here. Well, I guess this would be a good time, since I have the bubble, to show you what the magic rod does. I would not recommend it being used against the Zools if my memory serves. Oh no, never mind. For some reason I thought it brought the Zools into droplets. So it is a very useful defensive item. Offensive item, not defensive. But it's an unnecessary one if you don't want to, fight through your rooms and rooms worth of Wizrobes to get a item. It basically makes you a Wizrobe. You would think I would like that more because I'm becoming my enemy. I'm going to die. Yes, I am. Alrighty. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry about that. I will not deny that I actually did die trying to show you this last room, so if my ruby count and the fact that I have a blue potion seems weird to you, I apologize. But I wanted to show you this last room, so here we go again. Fighting this room here. If you want to see the death, I will show you my death attempt. The attempt I died on in a minute, and when I finish this. Yes, I actually ended up having to use a potion to get back to this room. I am that bad at this dungeon. Why? I don't know. Because I really hate Wizrobes, and I think the Wizrobe like combo with bubbles is about the cheapest thing Miyamoto could have programmed. Likes are annoying, but once they have you and you've been hit by a bubble, you can't beat them. Outside of wasting bombs, which you can only spare 8 of. Not enough to just wipe out an entire room of like-likes. Alrighty, here we go. The last room. There are secrets where fairies don't live. Silly as this may sound, that is an extremely important secret. And you will find out why in the next episode. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen. Farewell, and I will see you for part 8. Alrighty, bye.